Nick, unsurprisingly, Ukraine is dominating headlines.
Hi to you, Rochelle. This Friday, indeed, Ukraine again is the dominant theme for the French papers. I want to start out with perhaps one of the strongest images as I've seen in the French press this Friday morning. There you can see the front page of Libération. Trahi par l'Europe is the headline. And as you are there, your response is to grimace, and that was mine there too, looking at that. Trahi par l'Europe is betrayed by Europe, and there I don't know whether that young man is dead or injured, but the text alongside it is saying that 90 pro-EU demonstrators have been killed. That's its death toll on the front page there. Police firing on them using live ammunition. Now, that paper is saying that European leaders have allowed President Viktor Yanukovych and his ally, Russian President Vladimir Putin, to kill, torture and beat up thousands of Ukrainians ready to protest and die for a European ideal.
And Nick, the Le Figaro is taking the diplomatic offensive angle.
It is. It's leading on efforts to try and get a route out of this crisis. There you can see forcing diplomatique. So, of course, we've seen three EU foreign ministers go off to Kiev to try and address the issues there in Ukraine, one of them being Laurent Fabius, the French foreign minister. That paper, Le Figaro, in its editorial, is saying that we're actually now in a phase of combat diplomacy. Western European leaders clearly underestimate Russia's desire to regain influence. It says no policy on Ukraine can emerge without addressing the whole approach to Moscow as well. And that's the focus very much for another paper, Le Parisien. If you go to the front page of that, it says that his shadow hangs over everything we're seeing, all the discussions and negotiations. There you can see the headline, Putin défie l'Europe. He is defying Europe. That paper is calling him the Godfather, no less.
Well, Nick, the Catholic daily La Croix sees a glimmer of hope in all this. How so?
Well, that's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, at this point, you would think, where is the hope? But the Catholic Daily does see some, it's got that in its headline, Un espoir de médiation. The violence is escalating, and it says that those efforts by the foreign ministers going physically to Ukraine and other things now will perhaps lead to something. There again, we see a very moving picture. That man there, the young man, he's in tears as he's seeing events in Independence Square, as are so many people, of course, looking at these events. I just want to go to Les Echos, the business daily, which has got this on its front page as well. And there you can see carnage in Kiev. Europe s'indigne, Europe is indignant and is getting on with doing something about it. So again, focusing on the diplomatic efforts, it's saying this is the worst violence Europe has seen on its soil in 20 years, so not to be ignored at all.
It's a rather grim picture for us there. Nick Rushworth, thanks very much for joining us. Okay, a reminder of the headlines this hour. Targeted